Hello there, good people. Welcome to It's a Shaw Thing. I'm your host, Rob Shaw, here to talk a little fantasy football. It's midway through the week. Time to discuss some strategy. Here's 4 lessons learned over the last week. First, we start off with the Texans offense, and the lesson is they're back in a big way. 4 touchdowns, no interceptions for Matt Schaub against a decent Titans defense, though I do think they're pretty vulnerable against the pass. We still haven't seen much from running back Steve Slayton, but he'll be fine. He's gone against 2 very good defenses against the rush so far in the Jets and the Titans. Play him week 3 and over for the remainder of the season. This is a guy who's going to give you some decent contributions. Next up, another lesson learned. The Baltimore Ravens offense is for real. How about Joe Flacco? He's putting up big numbers, most recently 2 touchdowns while leading the Ravens to 31 points after traveling cross-country to play against the San Diego Chargers. Ravens are solid. I like Ray Rice, I like Willis McGahee, and definitely Joe Flacco. Got to throw Heap in there also at tight end. All right, next up, how about them New York Giants? We learned that Eli Manning trusts his wide receivers, particularly Mario Manningham, who had himself a day with 10 receptions and 150 yards against the Cowboys, and Steve Smith also with 10 receptions, 134 receiving yards. Both of those guys have been fantastic. In fact, Steve Smith is a must-start. Currently, he leads the NFL in receptions and yards from a wide receiver. Those are big numbers for him, and I think they're going to stick. Maybe not league leader, but clearly Manning has something that he hasn't the last year, and that is confidence in his wide receiving targets. And that includes, by the way, tight end Kevin Boss. And finally, Kurt Warner will be just fine. He had to break a record to remind us how good he is. He's probably a future Hall of Famer. 24 for 26 in completions. He threw for 243 yards, 2 touchdowns. All the weapons are in place. Steve Preston off to a very nice start. You got to like what they have in Fitzgerald and Bolden, of course. And the running game's been interesting this year also. Hightower still has some value. Beanie Wells performing pretty well in limited opportunities. But Kurt Warner's back. Don't panic about his slow start. The same goes for Matt Schaub, and expect big things from Joe Flacco and Eli Manning. Well, that's all your fantasy football analysis for now. Until we meet again, have a great day.